What's up, guys? It is I, once again, Yusuf Al-Sanad, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Monday series created by Emily Boone. Please check our channel out. She's a really awesome YouTuber and someone I'm proud to call my friend. The link for her channel is down below in the description box. And this is the 11th episode of the Movie Monday, and this week, guys, we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite movies of 2016. Now, while I haven't seen every single film of 2016, including Martin Scorsese's Silence, among others, I hope to soon, but these 5 films I picked for my list are the ones I really love and the ones I really consider to be the best movies of this year and among my favorites of all time. And here's how the list goes. At number 5, we have Oliver Stone's Snowden, which tells the true life story of Edward Joseph Snowden, who was played very well by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, a man who works for the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, as a computer programmer, and he discovers that the CIA and the US government as a whole are covering up horrible events, and they are framing those who have done no wrong. And Edward Joseph Snowden wants to reveal them for who they are, and to show the public and the world in general that the US government is very corrupt and that they aren't as clean as they claim to be. And this puts a lot of strain on his life, especially in his relationship with his wife, who's played very well by Shailene Woodley, who I absolutely love. And this movie has so many actors in the cast who do such a great job, but this movie is essentially Joseph Gordon-Levitt's movie, and he does an excellent job portraying Edward Snowden. He really immersed himself in the character, and he really becomes this man. Even his voice, I mean, it's so downright identical to the real life person himself. And to think that he would go from playing the French wire artiste Philippe Petit in Robert Zemeckis' The Walk, it's really incredible to see him play these two roles, the French guy and now the American dude. It's really amazing, and I really do love him as an actor, and I think he and Shailene Woodley have great chemistry, and this is one of Oliver Stone's best movies in a long time. And I absolutely love Platoon and Salvador and Born on the 4th of July, among other movies he's made. And while this movie isn't on that same level as those movies, as well as Natural Born Killers, I still think it's a good film, and definitely his best in a long time. At number 4, we have Robert Eggers' The Witch, a psychological horror/drama, which tells the story of this Christian family who are exiled from this plantation, or this home where they were staying at, and they are exiled into the woods where they settle. And the father and the family begin to experience a lot of horrific, sad, tragic events that happen to them, and each members of the family are killed off one by one by these supernatural beings, as they believe, and they start to accuse their daughter, or the eldest daughter of the family, of being a witch. Hence the title of the movie. And it's a very sad, heartbreaking movie to watch, because the witch isn't so much about the witch as a villain or as an antagonist. It's more about the paranoia and the stress and the nightmare this family experience, especially when the children are killed off. And guys, it's really hard for me to recommend this film, because the way the movie plays off is it does a really excellent job at making the horror so effective, and just the type of horror that gets under your skin. But at the same time, it's a very hard film to watch, especially what happened to the children, and most definitely the baby early on in the movie. It's really hard, but I really do think that this is one of the best horror movies in such a long time. And the young actress herself, I believe her first name is Anya. She does a great job playing the main character of the movie. I forgot her name, but she is so excellent in the film. I absolutely love her performance and her as an actress. She is such a fantastic actress. I can't wait to see more from her. And Robert Eggers' The Witch, once again, isn't a film I would recommend, but if you do love horror movies, if you do love horror films that can really get under your skin and can really make you remember just how effective and just how powerful horror movies can be, then I do recommend you watch The Witch. It's a very good film and one I think you will enjoy. Number 3, we have Nicholas Winding Refn's The Neon Demon, starring Elle Fanning, who I absolutely love from movies like Maleficent. I really can't wait to see her in the films I haven't seen her in, like About Ray, but I really love Elle Fanning as the main star of the movie. She really is fantastic, and Nicholas Winding Refn, this is by far one of his best films, but once again, it's also a movie that not many people have seen, and it has failed at the box office and has received mixed reviews. But despite the lack of success for The Neon Demon in terms of the box office and appealing to critics and fans alike, this movie does have its fans. I believe it will be a cult following like Only God Forgives and of course Drive. But if you're a fan of Nicholas Winding Refn's work, which includes the Pusher trilogy and In Fear, which stars John Turturro, and other Nicholas Winding Refn's films like Bronson and Valhalla Rising, I think you will really like this movie because I really did enjoy it. I really did find so many things I love about it. Now, I'm among the minority of people who do love this movie. I use the word love with the capital because this movie once again stars Elle Fanning. I absolutely love her to death. She's one of those actresses in Hollywood I have a huge crush on. My second actress in Hollywood who I have a huge mega crush on after Adele Exarchopoulos. I love them all, and I really think that she does a fantastic job in this role. And the other actresses in the movie who play models alongside her, who are very competitive and very vicious in the way they want to beat each other and to be the top model, because this movie shows the fashion industry and just how cruel and downright painful it can be, because these women are trying so hard to be the top model, the top idol basically in the fashion industry. It really does get to them when they see this young girl who's played by Elle Fanning, and she's stealing the spotlight from them because how young and beautiful she is, and she has this natural beauty about her, nothing artificial, nothing fake at all. It makes them envious and also very hateful towards her. And as the movie plays on, this movie takes a lot of twists and turns, and it is just so insane, especially near the end. But yet despite that, I really do love this movie, and the song performed by Sia, the Australian singer, by the end of the movie during the credits, I think its name is Goodbye or Waving Goodbye. It is so beautiful, guys. It really ends the movie in such a great note, especially with the ending. I really do love this movie, and in my opinion, it's one of Nicholas Winding Refn's best movies, and my second favorite after Drive. I really did enjoy this movie a lot. Number 2, we have Anne Fontaine's Les Innocents. It's also known as The Innocents in the English translation. This is a movie which I really love because I'm a huge fan of French cinema, and I really do love French movies. I mean, out of all the cultures in the world and their cinema, which I absolutely love, they produce such great films. French cinema has to be my favorite because, like the old saying goes, French is the language of love, and it really is, guys. This movie tells a story about this Polish or French nurse, I believe, who is helping out a group of French nuns who are Catholic, and they reside outside the city area during World War II, and they have been raped and molested by these soldiers, and each one of the nuns have been pregnated, and the French nurse tries to help them out and to support them as best she can. And this movie, guys, has so many themes, ideas which I really love, because what I really love about good movies, genuinely good movies, is when they can display themes and ideas that can really get you thinking long after the movie's over. And besides the amazing story, the themes, ideas which I love, this movie has such great performances by a near all-female cast. I really do do love this movie, guys. And it's not often we see that many women in movies, especially in the lead roles, because despite there being a few male characters, this is essentially a female all-star cast. Not all-star cast in terms of mainstream actresses, but more like it's a film filled with amazing female stars. I really do love each one of them. One of who I've seen with Jason Statham in this English drama / thriller Hummingbird. She really is fantastic in this movie and is a standout for me, and I really love every single one of the actresses in the film. This movie shows just how frustrating it can be to go through such pain and such misery, especially during World War II, and your faith is tested. And guys, what I really hate is when people blame God instead of blaming themselves and trying to do better, because guys, I have been down before so many times. I am still at times down, but yet I never blame God or anyone but myself, because I got to this point in my life because of my own actions. I can get myself back up. And so when I see women in this movie who do doubt their faith or do have doubt in God, it really frustrates me. But then you also have women who are trying to maintain their faith and trying to stay strong, especially during these harsh times. And now I respect people who don't believe in God or anything like that, but it really is beautiful to see people who do maintain their faith and remain steadfast and not let anything break them no matter what. And this movie, like I mentioned in the review of the film, is so inspiring, it's so powerful, and the women of the film are so amazing. Each one of them give such great performances, especially the younger actresses who play the younger nuns. I really do love them so much. And this movie, guys, is very well directed by Anne Fontaine, who also made Perfect Mothers, or Adore as it is known. I really love her work. I can't wait to see her make another movie. I think you should watch Les Innocents. It's one of my favorite movies this year, and it's by far one of the best films I've seen all year. And finally, guys, my absolute favorite movie of 2016 is hands down Bilal, directed by Khurram H. Alavi and Ayman Jamal. And this movie, guys, it really is amazing. I mean, I have already reviewed the movie, and I said so many things about the film which I love. I will say though, this movie Bilal was made and distributed in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, my home, and it's made with a Arabian production. And this movie, guys, is just so fantastic. I mean, the moment the movie ended and the moment I was sitting in the theater, I was the last person sitting down. Tears just came down my eyes, guys. I mean, it was so fantastic. Not just because of how good the movie is or how it ended in such a beautiful way, but this movie finally does such a great job at really at breaking that stereotype, that barrier that has been in cinema for such a long time. Because guys, honestly, I am just so sick and tired of the constant stereotypes of my people, my culture, and our way of life, and how we're portrayed in the movies, especially in Hollywood. Hollywood has done such a horrible thing, portraying us as either the enemy, as these terrorists, or as these people who aren't educated. We are savages and we don't know any better. And guys, it really frustrates me for so many years, and it's still frustrating me at this point, especially the current state of the world. But seeing this kind of movie in 2016 that really portrays us in such a true, real light, it really is just something I've been waiting for, and it really got to me in a very personal way, because I really fell in love with this movie by the end. Watching this movie till the very end, and the feeling I had as the tears came down my eyes, those were the tears of joy. Because guys, it wasn't just the tears of frustration of years of how we've been portrayed negatively, it's also the feeling of overwhelming joy that I had, knowing that we've been portrayed in the right way by our people, and we're being given the justice we deserve, and how our culture is portrayed, and how our way of life isn't shown in a fabricated way. No, it's not. This movie, like a lot of historical fiction, isn't completely accurate to the real life story of our culture and our religion and our people. It's based on history slightly, but just enough to make you become engrossed with the characters. And the main character of this movie is Bilal. He's played in the adult version by Adewale Akinnuoye Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaji is an actor I really love from shows like Oz, and he was also in Lost, and he is currently starring in movies. I really love this actor a lot. He plays the older Bilal, and he is so fantastic, guys. I mean, he brings such weight and such gravitas to Bilal, and makes him a real person, and gives him so much layers. And I really despise the main villain or antagonist of the movie, Al-Umayya. He is played so well by Ian McShane, the legendary Ian McShane, but this guy is so despicable, and the things he does, especially enslaving these people, Bilal's people, it's so horrible, guys. This movie was so powerful and raw in the way it portrays slavery. It almost reminded me of Steve McQueen's 12 Years a Slave, and that movie really depressed me a lot, but I still love it, guys. Nothing I say, guys, will truly tell you how much I love Bilal or how great this movie is. I will say, though, that if there ought to be more films released in my country, across the world, and that we are given the right respect we deserve, I hope that there'll be more movies like Bilal, whether be it live action or animated. I really do want to see my culture be exposed more. Not just my culture, but other cultures around the world. I mean, we shouldn't have to stereotype a culture because of how we view the world or how Hollywood views the world in a certain way. It really is disgusting and offensive, and trust me, guys, this has been building up for so many years, this hatred in my heart, seeing how we're portrayed. But finally we get a right, decent, honest portrayal of our people, and it really warmed my heart. And I really think you guys will love this movie, guys, because it really is a fantastic film. I'm so glad it got the attention at the Cannes Film Festival. Whether Bilal gets an Oscar nomination or a chance at a nomination at the Oscars or not, I really do love this movie, and it deserves all the praise in the world. It really is one of the best movies I've seen of last year. Bilal is without question my favorite movie of 2016, and one of the best movies I've seen ever. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and do check out Emily Boone's channel like I mentioned, and also check out Rachel Wagner, my fellow YouTuber and friend. The links for both their channels are down below in the description box. And if you want to see more from me, then please check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, gaming content, all that kind of good stuff. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.